Hi, this is Jeffrey Kurt, Kurt Financial Group. Today is Friday, December 5, 2025. So the market kind of keeps rolling along and grinding higher. The next big event, obviously, is next Wednesday with the interest rate decision from the Fed. And it seems pretty likely that we're going to get a 25 basis point cut from the Fed on Wednesday. There's some hedging and some worry that the cut does not go through, and also some worry surrounding the guidance going forward. But on the other hand, Jerome Powell's going to be out of a job pretty soon, sometime in 26. So maybe the market doesn't take Powell's comments that seriously next week. So we'll see. But again, earnings have been growing. Third quarter was up 13% year over year for the S&P 500. Got an interest rate coming. And then also the whole landscape of AI development, onshoring, investments from foreign companies, building their factories and production here in the U.S. to avoid tariffs. There's a lot of tailwinds, I think, to the U.S. economy. And speaking of AI, the data centers are going to require a lot of materials, building materials, copper, workers, all that. They're going to need a lot of power that may help the energy, both in coal and gas and nuclear. Just renewables may be strong as well, but they just can't keep up with the growing demand there. And then one thing I'll finish up here with is some interesting developments in the chip market over the past couple of weeks. So last week, Facebook Meta, is going to be buying some chips from Google, and that spiked Google's stock on the news, and also was a headwind to Nvidia, that the Google chip is apparently a little bit different and a competitor to the Nvidia chip. And then earlier this week, Micron, which is a big producer of DRAM and chips for that particular, and into the consumer market, into the phones and all electronics, but they're going to cut back and focus on AI. And one of the results, it seems to be, is that the chips and some of the components going into personal computers are a lot higher in price. Now, whether that just levels out and maybe comes back, that's unknown. But again, we may see some higher prices for electronics, computers, phones, and other devices over the next in 2026. So some interesting developments. We'll be back on Monday. Have a good weekend. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.